I uh, I felt really connected and really compelled to start a video. I just finished watching the documentary about Gabby Petito, and it's on Netflix. And I resisted watching it for a while. I'm not going to give all the details away, and maybe you've already watched it and know what happened, but maybe you haven't. So, like I said, I don't. But what I really wanted, the whole time I was watching this, I'm like, that could have been me. That could have been me. That was me. You know. Gosh, I'm gonna go 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Um, I was in an abusive relationship with a narcissist. And sadly, to this day, he still is because he's my son's father. That was the best part out of that whole relationship. Um, just seeing all of the red flags, the fact that she would just pretend everything was fine. She would blame everything on her anxiety, and she's OCD. When she was being gaslit by him, that's what gave her anxiety. That's what made her feel crazy. Those are all grooming techniques, and they start very subtly. I guess the biggest piece is she was probably love bombed. And what do I mean by love bomb? I mean, you get a compliment every 5 minutes. You get showered with gifts, like just constantly. And after a while, it just becomes too much. So listen to your body, listen to your stomach. Something feels off, trust it. And then with Brian too, you know, I read people's energy for a living, right? I mean, I've been doing this since I was a child. However, it's definitely more tuned in now that I'm a medium, and I've been developing, and my skills are constantly being developed. Just because you awaken and work with a mentor or many mentors doesn't mean you're done. You're never done learning and growing and expanding. But his eyes were a telltale sign. They were dead. There was nothing there. Not only that, but they gave me the creeps. Have you ever looked at someone and you got the shivers, and not in a good way? Right there, that is your body telling you that person is not safe. That person is not safe. Run. Run. No matter how many gifts they shower you, no matter how much attention they give you, because little by little, they're setting you up to be controlled. And what do I mean by control? Well, it starts with the mind first. They start to pick apart and figure out what your buttons are, what your signs are, how they can control and manipulate you. And it's very subtle. But that's what that's what any type of narcissist is. And then I won't talk about sociopaths and psychopaths, which his parents definitely were. They enabled his behavior. And sure, I'm not giving away the whole documentary if you haven't watched it, but they need to be held accountable too. Now, maybe not in this lifetime, in this world, but they definitely, they say, what do they say about karma? Maybe they won't get what they want in this lifetime, but, there will be payback. It's not revenge. Karma is you do either right or you do wrong. And there's choices. You either do right or you do wrong, and there's consequences to choices. So going back to Brian, after watching the movie, I felt like I needed to take a shower. I felt absolutely disgusting. I felt very sad. There were so many things that could have been done better, especially with the police department. And we're all so quick to blame, but a lot of them are not set up to look for domestic violence. They're not. They are now. It's getting better. But honestly, it starts with us. And when we're getting into any type of relationship with somebody, any type, it's, you earn my trust, you earn my respect. And this has happened to me my whole lifetime, especially with men. You're intimidating. Oh, what's intimidating about me? The fact that you can't get away with anything? Bye. Or I'll say it, you're a bitch. Again, they can tell that, oh, this one is not easy to manipulate and control, and I'm not going to be able to scam them, or whatever their intentions are. And I remember calling, now, my ex, he pushed me a couple times, but it was more emotional, it was manipulative, it was the scars that you can't see. I remember calling the police, and he said, you need to leave now, it will not get better. Well, God bless that policeman, whoever he was. And I took his advice. I didn't go, oh, I can fix him. Oh no, there's no fixing anyone that does not have the awareness, because that's what it is. You have to be aware that, oh my God, you know what? I'm the jerk. There's something wrong with me. I need to fix my, but when you're a narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, it's everybody else. It's not me. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. Right. Okay. So let me know if you've ever dealt with or have been in an abusive relationship. And maybe it might even be your family, your parents. I get this one a lot from people. My parents, if they found out that I wanted to be a musician instead of a doctor, I would be cut off. I would be banished. I would bring shame to my family. I hear that one quite a bit. My boys, they're men now. I told them, as long as you're happy, I don't care. That's all that matters. I would never put that on my kids, because now you're raising them to, become narcissistic, become unworthy, I'm just going to take whatever I can get in this world. So, hi Danielle and Dino Word and Ashna Butter and Cheerio. Okay, Cheerio. That's how I hear it. I don't know if it's that or the cereal. So have you watched the Gabby Petito story on Netflix yet? Does any of that resonate for you? All I know is, what was the saddest piece of this is at the end, she just wanted to be a van life blogger. And she traveled to some amazing places, like in Utah and the desert and Grand Teton and Wyoming. I mean, these are my kind of places. The mountains, out in the middle of nowhere, out of the city. And her video, she only posted one video, and I left the link in the description. It had 500 views before the Netflix show. After the Netflix show, 11 million. So do we have to die in order for someone to pay attention? To become famous or infamous? I think that's ridiculous. We need to live now. Oh, you did, Virginia. And how did you feel about it? Like I said before, I felt gross after. I felt angry. I felt so many emotions. That's why I'm here on this video on a Saturday night, because this is what I do for fun. Other than doing speaking engagements and readings and writing, and I am a nomad as well, so I very much resonate with what she wanted to do. I've always been a bit of a nomad, a gypsy, a meanderer, a wanderer, a rebel with a cause. There's the difference. Got to have a cause. You got to believe in something. What do you believe in? Because if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for everything. And if you don't believe and love yourself, that's where the abuse comes in. And it can come in many forms. Maybe when was the last time you said you loved yourself? I had this conversation with a lady at a local coffee company, and she goes, oh, I was talking to this guy and then he left and I said, I love you. And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. And I said, no, actually, maybe he needed to hear that. Maybe no one says, I love you. When's the last time you've said that? Do you say it to yourself? I hope so. I really do. Because love starts with you, not with anybody outside of you. Hi, Dave. Nice to meet you. Yeah, very nice to meet you. 1 year ago. And now I'm making my next trip elsewhere. I'm looking at a few places. Bali was on my vision board in 2020, and then we know what happened in 2020, right? So I'm looking at Bali. Where else am I looking? Of course, I want to go back to South America because the people there are beautiful. And I'm brushing up on my Espanol. And of course I did my ancestry, so I am 17% Irish, 23% Scottish, it was like 52% Eastern European, and then it had like Ukraine, Poland, there were a couple places, and I'm like, very cool. So I want to travel to those places as well. So, but I'm going to start in my van first. I'm going to go camping because I feel very inspired by Gabby and her journey. There's a big nomadic culture out there. Let me know where you are in the world. Right now I'm in Canada. And I know I have viewers from around the world, India, for example. Oh, and Cheerio, that's your rabbit's name. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. I'm glad and I actually have taken care of rabbits before, and snakes. I also do a lot of pet care, pet sitting, house sitting. And I became vegan 4 years ago for animals, because I loved animals, but I'm eating them. So for me, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't matter if you eat meat or not, I don't care. But for me, those are my values. And I feel that's another piece a lot of us don't have. We don't have any. What do you value? What do you value in yourself? What do you value in others? What are your morals? What do you stand for? Do you know? A lot of us don't know. And it must be documentary day, because another documentary I watched was a Canadian documentary about scams. There's the romance scam. There's the grandparent scam. We all know about the Nigerian letter scam. That one's been around forever. Or the Geek Squad scam. That's a Canadian thing where they're saying they need help with their computer, but they have to pay this invoice. Or the PayPal scam. Why are we being scammed so much? I don't understand. Because we don't invest in ourselves. We don't invest in learning new things. In fact, as people get older, and my mom and dad were guilty of this, oh, that technology, I'm just not good at that. No, don't tell yourself that. You're setting yourself up for saying that you're not good at learning new things. And we are all here to learn new things. If we don't, what's the point? Please raise your hand if you know everything. Nobody? Okay, yeah, kind of what I thought. And we're scared. What the hell are you scared of? I think there was a survey of like 1,500 people recently that they wish they didn't work so much. I'm guilty of that. I can go into workaholic mode real bad, especially because I'm a creator. I love doing these videos, and then I've got to edit them, and then I have to do this, and there's so many, and I love to write, and I have all these ideas. Yeah, all of a sudden 12 hours is gone. And I wish I spent more time with my kids, not worrying about how I'm going to pay the bills, but actually enjoying them. And as they say, if I knew how much fun grandkids would be, I would have had them first. Yeah? Because when you raise your kids and then the grandkids come along, it's all fun and games. Now, I don't have any grandkids yet, but we need to have more fun. We need to laugh more. We need to let go of the things that just don't matter, the people that just don't matter, especially the ones that you're constantly giving. Anybody doing that? They just keep giving and giving. I'm a nice person. No, you're a welcome mat. Stop it. Because there's something inside of you that you need to, if you do more, then you get recognition or you get praise, and then that's like a hole in the bucket. It doesn't matter how much they give you, you still want more because you don't give that to yourself. So stop being a people pleaser, stop being a martyr, stop being a perfectionist. You're perfect, there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing. And 99% of whatever you think is BS, lies. So what are you telling yourself every day? That you are worthy, that you are abundant, that you are love, that you are joy, that you came into this world for a reason, with purpose, with a passion. And maybe you don't know what that is. Hey, that's fine. There's nothing, who has it all figured out? Anybody? Looking around. Nope, not me either. Not me either. I sold everything in 2021 and here I am. Still traveling. Still speaking, still inspiring, still writing, still here, even if nobody's listening. I think that's the biggest part. It doesn't matter. It's about being yourself and following your true north, your North Star, whatever that is. So what's your dream? Do you have a dream? What's something that you've put on the shelf because it wasn't the right time, don't have the money, it's not going to work, people tell me I'm crazy, oh, my kids. You put all these people ahead of you. When are you going to put yourself first? When are you going to put yourself first? So when we're going to go back to, hey, Bill, we're going to go back to Gabby Petito. Are you familiar with her, with what happened? I don't like to follow the news, but this one, there was a reason she documented everything. She inherently, personally, I believe, and I've connected with Matthew Perry before, just as he died and before everybody was finding this out on the news, that she's going to connect with me as well. I really feel a strong connection with her. Another person is Sinead O'Connor. Very much a strong connection to her because I really align with females that just, they believe, they stand up, they speak out, they don't care. And we need more of that. My cat is she's running back and forth. She's got the zoomies. She makes me laugh. Anyways, it's about knowing who you are at a soul level, and many of us have no idea. Like I said, it took me 44 years to wake up, to step into and I will say gifts, but we all have them. We all are intuitive. We all are psychic. And we all have different levels of intuition. It's just a matter of, are you focusing on them? Are you developing them? Do you believe in them? Some of the people that I talk to, when, and a lot of them are Reiki, they work on the body, they do massage, and they're like, all of a sudden I'm getting images of, from the 1800s, and I see apparitions, and I know somebody's here, and I'm like, and they're like, but it scares me. I'm like, what is this? Why does it scare you? Because you hear about, it's a ghost, or it's a demon, or this, it's religion, science, politics. It's parents and all this societal conditioning and all the tales, the fairy tales about what witches and warlocks and all that stuff, all that. I believe in all of that, but I also believe that we are able to connect to the other side. Why not? The reason that people are scared of, because there's so many emotions, but mainly it comes down to worth and belief and trust and surrender. That's what it comes down to. And knowing that there's a higher power. And you're having this ego intuition struggle. And where does ego block? Here, the third eye. And therefore it then blocks the heart, right? Because the heart already knows. So this needs to open up and flow. And the ego is here, the support system, the spine. It's supposed to be leading with the heart. That's what I believe. I don't know what you believe. But many of us don't trust it. We dismiss it. We want to fix it. That's the problem. So learn to really lean in and trust the messages that you're getting. You might not understand them. Again, that's ego wanting to figure everything out. And not everything is available at that time until you're on the other side of it and you're ready to receive the information and understand. Not under. Under means you have no idea. Inner means, yes, okay. I know what that means now. And it goes back to just having fun. So instead of focusing on the outside and other people and distractions and the news and the doom and gloom, focus on yourself. Heal yourself, love yourself, have fun, rediscover yourself, whatever that is, whatever that happens to be. All right, so hey, if you have any questions about Gabby Petito, if you've watched the documentary, if there's anything that you want to share with me after this, drop your comments below. And I'd love to interact with you as a community. As you can see, I have over 950 pieces of video content, so I'm pretty sure whatever you're asking, I've already recorded something about that. So go have a look. And then if you want to join the Soul Healers community, I have stuff there that is only available to paid memberships, members, community. So anyways, I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are in the world. Take care.